Playback Social Entrepreneurs, leading the way on socially responsible issues in business, entertainment, science, and the environment. Controversy. Are global ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft socially responsible, or do they leave the handicapped behind? Player Power profiles innovators, business leaders, and artists. He may be the world's best-known social entrepreneur, Hollywood's Jeff Skoll, founder and chairman of Participant Media, exploring the new balance between profit margins and social conscience.
This is a business model for the future, social entrepreneurship or compassionate capitalism.
It's a very big demand in the city for wheelchair. There is thousands and thousands of people who need the service. And there's a very few drivers who like to do this kind of work. This is something that really comes from your heart to do it.
Leo Ramirez chose to drive a wheelchair-accessible cab to make a difference in people's lives.
My mother was in a wheelchair. I found out what was the need, or somebody would want to transport one of the loved one and take it to the hospital, take it to a medical appointment.
The work is personally, but not always financially, rewarding.
This type of car for taxi drivers are very expensive, so almost nobody can afford it. Most of the drivers don't like to do this kind of work. The reason why is because there's no extra fee for driving the wheelchair. You will have to charge a regular, just like a regular passenger, you cannot charge any extras.
Cab drivers like Leo are caught in the center of a battle for survival. He wants to be socially responsible and transport the disabled, but can't afford to do it. The high cost of the wheelchair-accessible vehicle, or WAVE, combined with the increased competition, is crippling business, he says.
We have lost approximately 65% of our business is riding with Uber now. It's affecting not only me, every cab drivers, big time. Yes, they don't have any rules and any regulations. They are their own government in this country. They do whatever they want. Yep. Uber. And not only Uber, we have Lyft, we have who knows some other companies around there that I don't know. Yes.
It's not only taxi drivers who are being impacted, it's handicapped passengers too. The Equal Rights Center in Washington, D.C. is suing Uber on behalf of wheelchair users, saying the app-based company is leaving the handicapped behind. It alleges that at the time the suit was filed, Uber had 30,000 vehicles on the road in the Washington, D.C. area, and not one of those vehicles could transport riders whose wheelchairs don't fold up or fit in the trunk. They say it's unfair. Uber's representatives did not reply to a request to comment for this story. But in a motion submitted to a U.S. District Court judge requesting the case be dismissed, Uber attorneys argue the company does not provide transportation, just an app, the technology. Drivers provide the rides. Taxi drivers say the company's expansion from Uber Cab, founded in 2009, to a global power is at the expense of Uber's drivers, too.
The Uber driver, they had to provide 100% of their car, everything on their car. Uber doesn't have any car. They use the driver and the driver car. So all the cost on their car is on the Uber drivers. Every driver I talk to, they're on the same situation that we are. They are destroying our industry and they're not doing any good either.
Uber's arguments include the expense of accessible vehicles, but it sees no requirement to provide them. Drivers using their app have no responsibility to do so either, according to their attorneys. So what about those who cannot use Uber? Passengers using large or motorized wheelchairs want to enjoy active lives too.
All right, get your seatbelt.
Rachel Bale needed an accessible van with a ramp to get around Washington, D.C.
She's one of my best customers that I have, is my regular customer. I drive like 3 to 4 times a week, every week. Been doing this for the last 2.5 years.
He's great.
What kinds of things do you get to do because of him?
Anything I want to. I go to acupuncture. It shows.
So tell me, if you didn't have Leo, what would it be like?
It would be impossible. Yeah.
Impossible to get around.
Yeah. Impossible to get around.